wanted to become a life coach because my whole life I was trying to find answers. I've always helped people, but I realized that I wasn't helping people. I was being a people pleaser. I was codependent. I was trying to justify myself through my actions instead of being really helpful. And when I first landed in county, I wanted to know what was wrong with myself, because it had to be me that was the problem. And I met a lady by the name of Michelle Brown, and she was a psychotherapist, and she started teaching me about the way I was thinking. And she's the one that first got me started on thinking differently, not shaming myself, but thinking that my beliefs, my values, my thoughts, was distorted. I had a lot of mind traps. I had a lot of antiquated ways of thinking. And so every day I try to absorb as much as possible from her to learn so that I could do better to give my kids a different set, because I'm a domestic violence survivor. So initially it was because of that, because I wanted to help my children. And they gave me all these tools. And when I got my life sentence, I said, you're trying to put me in a closet and you've given me all these tools, like this doesn't match. But what I learned is that I didn't apply anything they were giving me. I was just taking it in, receiving it, and not applying anything. So my church lady said, you have to have a mindset of being grateful for where you are. So for 2 weeks I didn't eat, I didn't turn on the lights, and they gave me a journal. It's a Jesus calling, and they said, just learn to be grateful for the things that you have now. So I started changing my way of thinking, and I started thanking God for my own sink, my own shower. And that's when I started applying my cognitive. That's when I started applying the classes that I had been in for 3 years that made me change my whole outlook on life. That's when I was able to tell my daughter, yes, I got a life sentence, but would you have been happy with somebody else taking my life and just getting 3 years in county? Would that have been fair? And I started giving her more positive ways of thinking, or breaking things down versus just well, that's life, or it's my bad luck, which it wasn't. It was my choices and my decisions. So I wanted to give that back. I wanted everybody in the world to know that, hey, we think wrong, so let me show you how we can think right, or let me show you how this automatic thing is wrong and we can change it to be right. For a long time, I didn't know what my purpose was. And when I got to this whole life coach thing, I was like, I want to do that because I want to give back. I want the people in here to know that their circumstances don't make who they are, that we can change no matter what age you are, no matter what your sentence is, no matter where you are, we can give back in here. We can be happy in here. Like I said, I have a life sentence, but I'm actually free in prison, and I'm fixing to be 49 years old, and I've never been this free in my life. It's impacted me positively. I'm able to take challenges. I'm able to think things through. I don't go back to, it's my fault. It's because it's me. Now it's like, okay, where's the situation taking me? Is this negative? Is it positive? Think the whole situation through. I make better decisions. I make better choices. I give better advice. I'm able to talk to my kids, and even they say, like, Mom, you talk so different now. Or I'm able to help them resolve their own conflicts, or why they think like that, or why they jump to certain conclusions, and they're just amazed. Sometimes we see the ladies in here struggling, and you sit down and you talk to them and you diffuse situations, and it's giving them something, but it's giving us even more. I've seen people jump from being mad and angry and going back to their old behaviors to now, like, no, Miss Francis said we're not supposed to do that, or no, I can't do that because they're watching me. But not because they want to set a standard to what we told them, but because they actually see that it's working, that it's impacting their life in a better way. Even with some of the people that have, like, hear voices or something, they're like, no, because that's my old way of thinking, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do better, and I have these classes, and if I'm not getting it right, I can ask my life coach and they'll help me with it.